In 1989, I was given an opportunity to spend the day on the set of Saturday Night Live, interviewing cast members for Premier Radio. That day, I spoke with Kevin Nealon, Jon Lovitz, Nora Dunn, Jan Hooks, Victoria Jackson, Dennis Miller, and Dana Carvey. I remember waiting to talk with Phil Hartman and watching him rehearse a sketch with Dana Carvey, Jon Lovitz, and John Malkovich, in which a self-esteemingly challenged Lord of the Manor fears that his courtiers mock him, and he will not be mocked. The insolence and bold effrontery. Pretty soon, I was called in to interview someone else, and then it was showtime, so I regret never getting to interview Phil Hartman. But I will give you a few words on the cast members I spoke with that day. Kevin Nealon is wonderful. I talked with Jan Hooks and Nora Dunn together, brilliant and sweet. Victoria Jackson was expressing concern that she wasn't able to do any celebrity impressions. So I told her that with the tone of her natural voice, she could probably do Roseanne Barr. You know, she just talks like this and everything and stuff, you know. And she went on to do Roseanne on the show. So I think I may have taught Victoria Jackson how to do Roseanne Barr. You are welcome, America. Dennis Miller is arrogant, but you can win him over if you're not an idiot. Jon Lovitz is darling and a bit nervous. Dana Carvey is a joy. And after watching their demanding rehearsal, I learned here that mocking is more exhausting than expected. Here are Dana Carvey and Jon Lovitz, circa 1989.
You were busy mocking?
Yes, I was mocking John Malkovich. Mock me if you can. I didn't say. Yeah, I was mocking my little butt off. I mocked for 2 hours. This was the longest rehearsal. I'm so tired of mocking people.
Okay, well then you don't have to mock me.
No, I won't mock you, I promise. Oh boy, God, it's exhausting, folks. They don't let you eat. It's incredible.
So when do you eat?
No, right after this. Yeah, that just took a lot longer than we thought it would.
Who wrote that sketch?
I believe Al Franken and Tom Davis.
And then you just go to town with it. Mock away.
We just mock away. Commence mocking. Full mocking. Yeah, we just mocked as much as we could. Will the listeners have any idea what we're talking about?
If mocking becomes
a big, well, isn't that mocking? Yeah, that's the mocking.
Could you get sick of people, if something does get successful, it's like everyone thinks they're the first person to say that to you if they see you.
Music to my ears. It's like, yeah, because it means they're watching and they like it, so. Unless it's done real meanly, Isn't that special, Hey, Judge Lady, hey, lady! That kind of stuff when it's really, but mostly it's really nice. So you spend 10 years trying to get on TV to get characters out, and then it'd be pretty ironic if the minute people start recognizing you and noticing your characters, oh man, I hate this, so, boy, this is terrible. Everyone knows my character and really likes it, keeps repeating it, phrases, oh boy, I hate this. No, so it was flattering, But yeah, usually it's kind of like doing Hans and Franz really is just derivative of Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was on Hans and Franz a while ago, and I had to go backstage and meet him and didn't know how he'd react to it, because I'm doing his accent right in front of him. So I was kind of nervous. I said, I'm Dana, and I started going into it. I play Hans, and the Hans and Franz sketch, and there was a pause, and then he said to me exactly, oh, that's all right, that's very good. So in other words, he sounded exactly like me. It was really weird.
Well, what was weird was that he was promoting that movie Twins.
Yeah.
So I asked him, have you seen Hans and Franz, and do you think it's funny? And he said, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that it's funny. And then like the next week.
Yeah.
I don't think he had, unless he was lying.
I don't know if he'd seen it, and he just didn't find it offensive. He really liked it. Wrote Kevin and I in the show a nice letter. Says, I still laugh every time I see, Danny coming out there. Danny was very funny in the Victor part, and I came out later, with the sing. It was very funny, yeah. No, it was a thrill to have him on Hans and Franz. It was a dream come true for those characters,
Does he have any annoying personal habits?
Who, Dana? No, he's my friend. He's a great guy. What, are you trying to get dirt?
No.
No, I think he's a great guy. We've become very good friends. And actually, I was in the show a year before him, and when he came on, I actually learned a lot about how to do it from him, even though I'd already been on a year. So
that shows you how smart he is and how stupid I am. And I learn a lot from him.
Were you shy, like off stage, but not shy on stage?
Yeah. Well, you know, how shy can you be if you're going to say you want to be an actor? I mean, I don't think people are really shy, but...
I was.
You were?
I couldn't take acting class. I'd show up for the first day, and everyone was all loud and extroverted, and I always left. I know one actor told me they had a teacher that set up shower stalls, brought them in, like 5 shower stalls, and people went up and took showers.
Was this to lose
Get
your
out! Yes, to lose your inhibition, yeah.
They'd actually take a shower?
Yes, they took a shower. John, I'm serious. These some of these acting classes.
I had a teacher who did that, but he set up 5 toilet stalls. But the guy was the only... They made him pay toilets because it was the only way he could make sure that the actors would pay him for the class, because most actors... I mean, they usually don't have any money, so you have to...
John, didn't you ever do stuff like I was on all fours and barking like a dog, and a woman was whipping me with a belt?
What were we talking about, your class or your marriage?
Hey, you back off, mister. Don't be coming at me with that kind of stuff, you jive mother. I'm sorry I'm a little laid back and funny and weird in this interview. I'm really not this strange. It's just that I haven't eaten in 2 weeks.
That was Dana Carvey eating the mic. Thank you for being with us.